Welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach. We're talking about social media and the workplace. I'd like to welcome Desiree Scales. You're the owner of Bella Web Design Incorporated. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
This is such a hot topic. I talked about that a little bit ago, and we want to dive into this a little bit more so that people know what to expect, especially as they look for a job or try to maintain a job.
Right.
And nowadays we're doing so much more online. Tell me a little bit of background about you and what you do and your role in social media.
Sure. Well, I have been using social media since, gosh, 2005, 2006, when I started blogging. That's really, people forget, that's the first time that was the first type of social media, was blogging. And then we grew into really short tweets and Facebook posts. So, you know, I try everything, get to know each platform.
And did you say you've been doing this for about 15 years?
15 years this October, yeah.
You mentioned that to me off camera during the break. What do you recommend to your clients in terms of information they should post?
Well, the first thing is to be real, use your voice. You know, obviously you have to be careful what you post. You have to really measure what you're going to say. I always tell people, stay positive. There's no need to put negative energy or negative posts out there. If you stay positive and post happy, you know, good things that are happening, I think people relate to that better. They get enough, sorry, but I'm going to say this, they get enough negative things on, you know, the news at night or something like that.
I can't believe you said that.
I know. You guys have great stories
But
too,
listen, amen to the positive energy.
That's
I'm right there with you on that.
Yeah.
Why not talk about something you feel good about? Something with your family or whatever, you know, is exciting. Maybe something exciting at work too.
Exactly. A big win that you may have had. But you know, I think that a lot of business owners should really think about educating your clients with social media. This is a perfect platform to show people that you can help them with the problems that they have. But it all comes down to knowing your audience. What do they want to hear from you? What can you help them with?
And what would you consider to be like a successful online blog? I know you said that's where it all began.
Yeah.
So what should people do there? And because there have been reports, and we've heard about them, people posting a little too much in blogs, and they've lost jobs.
They have. You know, again, I think it's about staying positive and knowing who your audience is. I can't emphasize that enough. If you know your audience pain points, you know, if there's something that you can post to help somebody do their job better, that is going to go a much longer way than you complaining about your company or complaining about something that's happened to you.
And you won't regret it if you're positive, right?
That's right.
Because a lot of times we're hearing about these situations where people are posting negative things and then they're reprimanded in some way.
Absolutely.
And you probably hear about this in your industry a lot.
Yeah. And I'm not saying be a Pollyanna, for instance, and be fake and, you know, I mean, come on, things happen, this is life, but you know, just stay away from the anger. If there's a lot of emotion behind the post and you're trying to get even or get revenge, whoa, back away.
Yeah.
You know, back away from the computer. Go settle yourself down first and really think about it.
And so let's talk a little bit about some tips that you have. You've mentioned some of these, and we're going to show our viewers here some of the suggestions that you have as far as social media. Maybe you can go into a little detail here for us.
Right, yep. So the first one is to be real. Don't constantly blast, you know, everybody else's tweets. You have a voice, you're an expert. Everyone is an expert in their field, okay? So show people what you know and share it. Also, it's not about them. It's about, you know, it's not about, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's not about you. It's actually about them. And you really need to tell people what they want to hear. You know, again, if you keep blasting things about you and what's happening with your job, it's not going to be helpful to your audience.
In other words, make posts educational and helpful. And
Absolutely.
Then, moving on to the third tip there you see on the screen.
Yep, so study your audience. Again, I can't stress that enough. It's about your target market. Know who they are. Also use social media to get to know them. Go look at, if you're looking at a company that you possibly want to sell your services to, go look at their posts. You know, see what they're all about.
That's a good idea.
And then you can really, you know, understand them and how to sell to them.
So you talked about the audience, and then know each platform and where your audience lives, right?
Absolutely.
And a little fun.
Yeah.
Don't forget to have some fun. That's why it's there, right?
Right, exactly. You can post some fun things. I love when people post great quotes. You know, again, it goes back to the positive.
Or inspirational things. I see it often.
Absolutely. Or images that are fun.
Very good.
So.
You were great, Desiree. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
we
you.
We appreciate your information
Appreciate it,
and good information for all those viewing this Sunday morning. And when we come back, we're talking to a senior professional, an HR manager, about how companies view social media. She has some important information you need to know, so come back right after the break.